Contestant number 2, KVM Kishore, nee kharma. Nee kharma, KVM Kishore.
I am pregnant. The contest chair, fellow toastmasters. That's what my wife told me on the 31st day of our wedding. For the benefit of guests, all the beautiful unlucky girls out here, sorry to break your hearts, I got married this April. In that shock cum surprise combo moment, I broke the coffee mug that I was drinking from. Symbolically, as my wife spilled the beans, I spilled my coffee. Was it good news? Or was it bad news? I wanted to listen to my inner voice. I closed my eyes and my inner voice said, "Boy, you are a boy." With that smirk of achievement on my face, I looked at my wife. Neither happy nor worried. You are prouda. Ayyo, nan kharma. I quickly excused myself and ran to the restroom. Called my best friend Deepu for some advice. As soon as I broke the news, Deepu, in a typical sarcastic tone, said, "Mama, congrats, ma." I said, "Day, it's not that. I don't know if I am ready to be a father." Being a professional football player, Deepu advised me, "Macha, if marriage is like football, kids are like goals. The sooner you make them, lesser the pressure." And in case you don't make them, you will end up in a penalty or a shootout. Clearly, this wasn't helping. I cut the call, came out of the restroom, and my wife said, "Kishore, can we see a doctor?" A few minutes later, I was in a place I had never been in my entire life, a gynecologist's office. I stood there and started wondering, this is all karma, right? I mean, it's 1 month after marriage. How? Right then, a little girl, must be 3 or 4 years old, came running to me, put a hand on my tummy and said, "Uncle, how many babies inside?" The lounge broke into laughter exactly like this. Before I could say anything, she pointed to her mother and said, "My mummy has 2 babies inside." Frankly telling you, she looked much thinner than me. My wife joined the conversation. "Such a cute baby, isn't it?" I showed the mom and said, "Look at the mom, even more cute." My wife looked with all the anger in this world and said, "Kishore, it's high time you grow up. You are going to be a father. Karma." Kishore, father. I mean, believe me, one corner of my heart, I was really happy. Especially after reading those Times of India researches for continuously 5 years. Believe me, obesity, infertility. Smoking, infertility. Working in IT, infertility. I had so many doubts in my mind. My chance of becoming a father was like winning the world championship of public speaking with icebreaker speech. But tell me, is this the right time to be a father? Toastmasters, in this race called life, I am myself a yellboat. Where can I afford a baby on board? But what is it to be like a father? Now, father is the best friend, first love, and the greatest superhero. That's for daughters. But believe me, the relationship between a father and a son is like an object you see in your side mirror. It is never as close as it appears. So was my relationship with my father. It was like a social experiment that went wrong in the biology lab. We conflicted on almost everything. Kishore, medicine. Dad, engineering. Kishore, computers. Dad, mechanical. Kishore, MS in US. Dad, engineering still pending. Kishore, work for a company like Google. Dad, working in a company that is not even on Google. We had conflicting philosophies. Kishore, education is the manifestation of perfection, said Swami Vivekananda. Hey, co-education is the infestation of infection, said Swami Nityananda. Toastmasters, law of karma says, what goes around comes back round, round, round. What if my son turns out to be like me? Or even worse than me? Wait a minute. It could be a daughter as well, right? Daughters are loving, caring, pretty. And when you have a pretty daughter, there are going to be lots of guys behind her. What if she picks somebody like me? Karma, you know. Mr. and Mrs. Kishore, yelled the nurse. We met the doctor, she did some tests, and then she said, I'm really sorry, that was just a false alarm. But anyways, there is nothing to worry, it will happen when it has to. Suddenly, my heart was filled with vacuum. I stepped out of the doctor's door. For that moment, I felt though I was so jittery, fatherhood really meant something. And right then, I received a call from my father. I picked it up without even asking what happened. He said, idiot, you couldn't complete engineering in 6 years. You thought you could become a father in 6 weeks. Kharma, contest.